my son has way better gear than I do.
Oh, for sure.
So what about with you guys in terms of like, do you think that like, because there's a school of thought where some folks are like, all right, don't spend a lot of money on kids' clothes. They grow out of them super fast. Just hand me down, whatever, just cheap stuff because they grow out of it fast. But then there's the other school of thought where, shit, you want your kid to look fly, you want them to be dressed and look great and all that kind of like. Where do you guys land with that?
Whatever. I mean, it's whatever looks good, and I don't. To me, so far because they mine are young, the clothes haven't been that expensive, or at least it hasn't really hit me in a way where I feel
Where,
like
where do
it's
the shoes? Where does they start liking shoes? Then it becomes a little bit more expensive.
yeah.
I tell you where I have. So I subscribe to the thought of having them look good and clean
Hmm.
in what they wear. We don't.
And let me add one more element to that. And at what point are you allowing them to pick out their own clothes and kind of define their style?
Oh, when they get a job, no question.
Like I feel bad for my daughter. We definitely buy a lot of like shirts that have like some kind of a message on it. So imagine she grows up and she's like, I wouldn't, I didn't.
I
I
ain't fuck with
wasn't
that.
agreeing with that message, that you. So she's like our walking little like social media,
Billboard.
like billboard. Like we're making a statement with her shirt.
She got a Donald Trump shirt. Yeah.
Nah, relax.
um. So the place where I do feel like the expense is worth it, and for my two eldest kids, they're in the basketball world, is getting good basketball kicks. I think that investment is worth it. Under normal circumstances, like I'm not buying maybe my 13-year-old now, but like my 7-year-old, there's no way I'm buying him Jordans unless somebody gives it to us. Same for my 4-year-old. My 4-year-old, they don't, I think, pay less clothes, but I'll probably be going in the pay less direction with her kicks because she grows out of them so fast, like it's not really worth it.
We're guilty of getting my
Jordan.
son some Jordans. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, no shade. Good for y'all. I just don't see
Yeah, I
it.
think it's each their own. I don't think there's any right or wrong way with that.
But
Yeah.
we also notice like you know both my wife and I, we tend to like our color selection and clothes is pretty low key. It's like black, gray, white, camouflage, that kind of that
Yeah.
pretty low key. And so by default, like we would be buying our son the same kind of colors. And then at some point he started picking up on it and deciding like, nah, I want color. I want color in my,
Lime green shit.
yeah. Like we looked at, we were out shoe shopping one day and he picked out, neon green Nikes and, that kind of stuff. And so he's definitely starting to pay attention to like what he likes and what he wants to wear and how he looks. And yeah.
Do is there an issue? Sorry. Go ahead, Manny.
I was gonna say your son, like, he's a cool looking kid. So like I'm sure any color he picks is gonna compliment him because he's got like that surfer vibe, but then he's got like he can
Like anything he wears is gonna look cool.
Yeah, he's got a lot he can fit in a bunch of different circles. So I wouldn't be mad at him for like he could rock pink dope just as much as he could rock black and white dope.
Yeah, he'll put it all together. He tends to flow like that.
But my worry with the kids picking out their own stuff is that in the moment they think they want that, and then afterwards they don't, and you're like, oh, I just fucking wasted all this money because the kid really, they change their mind quickly.
Yeah, we give him a little leeway, but not 100% where, because there's some things that he might say, oh, this is great. And we're like, nah, you're not going to wear that.
All right. I guess it's knowing your kid.
Yeah.
Do you say it in a way like, nah, we can't let you wear that? Or like, you don't really think he'll wear it, more than once?
I'm trying to think.
Like, would you be embarrassed if you wore it? I guess is my question.
He hasn't really picked anything embarrassing, but I think like, my wife is from the fashion and apparel world. So she's more keyed into fabrics and colors and all that kind of stuff. And so, for her, like if the outfit isn't right with the way it's laid out, the color clashes, that'll hurt her eyes. And so, she'll be like, nah, this is not how you style, so that kind of thing.